This morning I was going to share with you some tips on how it is that I juggle so many things as a business owner and a mother. I've got a lot on my plate at the moment, and the truth is I got distracted from my mission this morning, which was to bring you those tips. But the reason I got distracted was twofold. The first being I've been running a virtual retreat, as you know, for the last 4 days. The second reason why I got distracted from sharing those tips was because I lost my shit big time this morning. And, I've been thinking all day about how we all are vulnerable to bad days, how we're all vulnerable to tiredness, how we're all vulnerable to the overwhelm that comes when we're juggling all of the balls. So, this morning, I'll share a story with you. This morning, I was rushing in a very stressed state of mind. My oldest son has just started high school, and he had his swimming carnival today, and there'd been no real advice for parents about what the children were required to wear. So, other than bathers, of course. So my son had received some information, and I was having to just put my faith in him, and he's a very sensible young fellow, so putting my faith in him that he knew it was required of him. The trouble was I didn't know exactly where I was going to take him for this swimming carnival. I knew the location, but I didn't know where the entry was that they were all congregating at. So I was a little bit frazzled this morning on top of already being tired, and was rushing him out the door, turned around as he was getting in the car, couldn't see his bag, growled at him and said, "Have you forgotten something?" We marched back inside, me huffing and puffing and carrying on a treat and demanding to know where he'd left his bag. So he turned around to look for his bag, and it was on his back. Not proud of myself. And then, of course, swearing, because Siri wouldn't show me where I needed to go quickly enough. Not my proudest parenting moment, not my proudest, successful demonstration of juggling all of the balls. But, we have those days, don't we? We just have those days where we are our less than best selves, where we're less than glamorous, where we're less than ideal, certainly less than perfect. And I never strive to be perfect anyway. Why am I telling you this? Well, I think sometimes, you see the posts where I'm running retreats and I'm doing the things with the kids and I'm out and about and doing stuff and sharing my insights and sharing my tips, but I don't think it's fair to not also share with you when things don't go to plan, when things aren't ideal, because we all have those days. And it's not in the effort to prevent those days from happening, because we just can't. We're human beings and we have full, diverse, complicated lives. So it's important, I think, to demonstrate that, I can be big enough and bold enough to say when I lose my stuff, that I can say, I have bad days too. And for you to know that when you have bad days, you're just another human being like the rest of us. It's not that we have these bad days that is the telling thing. The telling thing is what we do when we have bad days, when we have less than glamorous moments. So for me, it's about self-compassion, giving myself a bit of a break, genuine apology. No, I'm sorry, but you shouldn't have. Genuine apology. I'm sorry I was rude. I'm sorry I growled. I'm sorry I was stressed and took it out on you, whatever it might be on the day. Genuine apology. And being able to laugh at ourselves, I think, is also key. But fundamentally, self-compassion. So when we're struggling in business, when we're struggling in life, when we're struggling to juggle all of the balls, being kind to ourselves, just as we might to a best friend or to a staff member or to anybody else, all of these elements of self-compassion are so important. So, I think when I give myself a bit of a break, cut myself some slack and say, well, let's have a look. In the last 6 months, I've opened a new business, I've moved house, I've changed my younger son's primary school. My older son has started high school. My husband has had to travel backwards and forwards to Tasmania to repair our house that was flood damaged while we were in lockdown here in Melbourne. He's there again at the moment, dealing with all of that by himself. There's been so much disruption, and that's just my example. We've all got our own stories of how the last 12 months has treated us, right? So what I want for you is a little reminder that when you have one of those less than pretty days, that you will promise me that you will actually be kind to yourself, cut yourself some slack, demonstrate that you know how to apologize if you've been rude to other people, as I am prone to be sometimes when I'm cross, and just breathe, be kind, move forward, acknowledge your humanity, and find something. Just find something that lifts your spirits. For me, usually it's music. Actually, the last 15 minutes I've been sitting here at my desk just listening to my two boys having a lovely time playing a new game together. And it's been joyful. So I'm very grateful for that. I hope you have a lovely evening doing what you're doing. I hope that your day tomorrow is a good one, and I look forward to talking to you then. Bye for now.